Hello everyone, this is Mikbonsai, and we have here a Wisteria in a rather large pot. I've had it for 2 years now, and it flowers like crazy. There's lots of white flowers, and the first problem with this is the pot. It is too big. Wisteria should be in small pots, and that's what we're going to address. So we're going to take it out of this pot and repot it in a much smaller pot. We've made a start and basically working from the top down. It's very interesting to see what we find immediately below the surface. Roots here. It should really be in a smaller pot, and the more root bound it is, the more it will flower. Also, it prefers to be in thick soil as opposed to bonsai soil. From what I understand, originally this tree was in a bonsai pot, but the previous owner couldn't look after it and put it in the big pot. It's coming along, slow process, and just remove these stones. And then let us turn it on its side, so that then goes down. Don't have, so we'll just keep working through this. Working on the bottom part of it, and have made good progress, and we'll be tidying up shortly and catch up after that. We've cleaned up the roots as much as we can. This is a first repot, so I don't want to go too mad, and I'm going to remove a lot of these roots from up top here, as we are going to pull the tree out of its pot and bring it up by a centimeter or two. And just work my way around and remove these roots up here. Just carry on. There's a big root here, so I won't touch that for this time round. Maybe we'll look at it another time. Clean up a little bit more. I think that's tidy enough at the top, and we'll sort of, prune some of the roots at the bottom, and I'll get Wojciech to come and give me a hand. So if you lift it up, Wojciech, right, if you just hold it up right, we're going to remove a lot of these thick roots. Turn it around a bit, please, this way. There's very, very sort of thick roots. There's loads of feeder roots there, so we needn't worry about it. A little bit more up, please, yeah. Turn round this way. Right, there's more thick roots here. Now I'm going to leave, there's another thick one here, this can come off. I'm going to leave this root ball as is. I've seen some very good root work by Nigel Saunders up in Canada. We won't go that far with this. The pot on the left is the pot that it came out of, and the pot on the right is the one that is going into. So we'll just zoom in on that. I think it's a very, very nice pot, and as it has white flowers, the bottom white part will complement the tree. It is a glaze pot, but the glaze is not too shiny or blingy. So I think this pot will suit the tree quite nicely, and it will look more of a bonsai now than it did before the repot. We have prepared the pot and also put large gravel stones at the bottom, and Wojak is now placing the tree in the pot. It's fairly tight, and that's because I didn't want to take too much of the roots off at this stage. It's the first repot, and also it's end of April, starting to get warm, and the tree is in buds. It will flower. I'll just zoom out. And we will carry on and tie the wires up. And now, while Wojak is doing that, I'm just going to run over the maintenance and care requirements of a wisteria. It needs loads of water. It's a very thirsty tree and benefits from watering. And as for feed, it would also benefit from a variety of supplements. And John Naka said about wisteria, this is what he had to say: do not plant in an oversized pot. Smaller pot will encourage more roots. Wisteria needs roots to bloom. And I was right about the big pot. It was far too big, didn't do justice to the tree, and I think we've done well with this pot. And he also went on to state that don't let the tendrils grow wild. Cut them back to 1 or 2 buds. Don't overfeed with nitrogen, otherwise the leaves and tendrils will grow but no flowers. And also plant in heavy soil to encourage more roots, and that's exactly what we are doing here. If you guys were wondering where's the bonsai soil, there isn't any. And during summer months, the tree should be made to stand in water. This will rot the feeder roots and encourage the buds. In my opinion, this is the most important thing to do. Along with willow and wisteria are among the few trees which can do this, i.e. stand in water and produce excellent results in the end. I hope you find the information on how to look after your wisteria helpful. It's now time to tighten these wires. I have wired it just to be on the safe side. It's a big tree and I don't want accidents happening, so I would rather be safe than sorry. And we'll try and bury the wire as much as we can. And the technique is to pull, loosen and take the slack. I think that's tight enough. Yep, that's secure. And we'll repeat the process here. cut off the excess wire at about here. Alright, it doesn't show, it's been wired in, and we repeat the same process on this wire here. Just pull, release and turn. Too long, so cut this back, get a better grip. Pull, release and turn. Pull, release and turn. That's the technique for wiring, for securing the wire. And if you do too much, chances are it will break, so you have to restart, so don't want to go there. Remove the excess, I think that should do, and try and bury it. Yeah, bury that part and the rest of it with it. Right, that's it, it's all wired up. Wojak is continuing with the firming in of the soil, using the chopstick to drive more soil to the bottom from the sides to make sure that there is no air pocket left, and we will continue to do this until the pot can't take any more soil. Well, that's the repotting complete, and I'm quite pleased with the end result, and do leave your feedback as to what you think of what I've done, Wojak and I have done. Mustn't take credit away from him. Without his help would have been quite difficult. I'll zoom out and have a look at the entire tree. This is a tree in full view, and I'll give it a quick turn so you can see it from all angles. And it suits the round pot and is a much smaller pot than it was in before, and looks more of a bonsai now than it did before in its great big green pot. And all that now remains is for us to give it a thorough soaking, and also there's a few dead branches that I'm going to remove. Not going to do a great deal. And it will need rewiring at some stage, but that's for another day. And this is quite a big branch which is dead. I'll try and have this, remove this, but I'm a little bit concerned about this branch, so I'll do it gradually, a little bit at a time, and again, that's for another day. See, it could benefit from wiring around here. All the branches are fighting with each other, and they just need to be sort of brought out about here. And again, I'm going to leave that and do that perhaps in the winter months. This branch is dead, so that needs to come out. I think that's as much as we'll do today. Just take off a few more dead branches. Clean it up while I'm at it. and we'll give it a thorough soak. We are using a very fine mist spray to give it a thorough soak. We are going to continue with the watering, and after that it'll go back to its place on a bench. It'll probably be relocated, and in the process of repotting we have pulled out about a couple of centimeters. The trunk has been pulled out from the soil. I'll try and zoom in so you can see the difference in color between the original trunk and the additional bit that we pulled out is the darker bit just above the soil. Thanks for watching, and to watch more, please subscribe. Also leave your comments and anything else that you'd like to see, and you may be pleasantly surprised that one of these days it'll get done.